Hello and welcome. I'm Candy. Thank you for joining the Corgi Town USA podcast. Here you will find subjects related to all things corgi.
Can we, can people who are not corgi owners apply that to their other furry doggy children?
Yes, we have several. This is all pet related stuff.
Okay, cool.
But we are corgis. We are pupicists. So we are all about the corgi because we know corgi, but we're here for all the pets too. So today's episode is going to be a little bit of ideas about what to do with that fur, all of that fur. So I'm Candy. This is Chuckles. He is the spokescork.
And I am Kat. And down here chewing on something that I have to get rid of is Digby.
That's Digby. He's a member of the Corgi committee as well. He's the chair. So I've had 6 corgis. There's Digby. Hi, Digby.
Hi, Digby.
Corgis always have so much to say. So I've had 6 corgis. I've had as many as 4 all at once. And I feel like I'm the authority on vacuum cleaners. I mean,
I think so.
Yeah, people would ask, what's the best cleaning product to have when you have corgis? Because of course they shed from January to December and profusely. And I feel like I'm the authority. They trust me. When I say what vacuum cleaner you need to get, I'm the person you want to talk to.
So I think the vacuum cleaner people need to be speaking to you to see if it's your vacuum that they recommend, or they should be giving you vacuums to test out.
I will test out. I will give you an honest feedback there. So it's a several times per week activity in our house. Sweep under the furniture, vacuum the furniture, vacuum under the furniture, brush the corgis out, shake the pillows out, the whole process. So
it's my newest hobby.
Yeah, I can only imagine, how much actually goes into the garbage just from being shaken out of the vacuum cleaner bags. Yes, I actually use a bagged vacuum, but the vacuum cleaner bags, and anytime you sweep, anytime I brush them, I can only imagine how much. And you've been brushing Digby outside.
I've been brushing, so we take a walk up South Mountain most days of the week, and I take my handy dandy little brush up there so that in fact it doesn't end up in my backyard, because it does end up in the backyard. It does end up back in the house somehow from the backyard, and so
off of your feet, off of your shoes,
off of your feet, and yeah, there's a lot of hair, and I brush them several times a week.
Yeah, and so you think going outside brushing, and that's been a good practice for you?
It has.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I usually take mine outside to brush as well, but then I end up throwing quite a bit of that away. So I always tell people, don't wear black when you come over. And I always say, man, people probably think I don't clean because they leave and they're wearing white if they wear black. And but little do they know, that's what I spend all of my free time doing.
That's right.
Is vacuuming and sweeping. So being that we have all of this shedding, I have the idea for today's podcast episode, what to do with all of that dog fur. And so today we are going to bring on a special guest. Her name is Irene Lerman, and she has a business called Pet Hair to Knitwear. So welcome, Irene.
Welcome, Irene.
Thank you.
So we are really excited. So what Irene does is she makes keepsakes and basically artistic masterpieces out of your pet's fur. And so we have quite a few questions about this. So tell us, how did you get the idea, Irene, to start this business? What led you down this path?
Okay, so I have a very long hair cat, ragdoll cat. His name is Mittens, and Mittens likes to be brushed. So I collected a whole box of his silky hair, really nice and long. And I just didn't want to throw it out, but I didn't know what to do with it. So the box was sitting in the corner, and I already knew how to knit. So I was thinking, wait, maybe I can do something out of it. But I didn't know how to spin. So I made a few calls to the old ladies. Nobody knows how to spin, so I got nowhere. Then I decided that I have to learn, and I looked at the YouTube video on spinning, not dog hair, no dog hair videos, but just sheep hair. So I thought maybe it will work. So I bought this device. It's called the spinner. It's a
Look at
simple
that.
device. So, and you all have this, and I made this, the yarn way.
Oh, wow.
So from this to this, it's different color. It's not, I have.
That's kind of amazing.
That is a lot amazing. But you think about it though, when you have sheep's hair and that sort of thing, that's what you do. That's what they do. They shear the sheep and then they spin it just like that. It's just from your little fur baby and not your sheep.
Right. Yes. I use a brushed hair. Cut hair is usually not, it doesn't spin well. So you
Okay.
Mhm. Unless it's very long, then I can use it. But in general, it's brushed hair. That's it.
Okay, so step one, listening audience, brush the hair, don't cut the hair. Step two, get a little spinning device and spin it watch YouTube videos and spin it into yarn. And then what are some of the things that you've made with it?
Yeah, I don't have a lot. I just have what I did. The others I completed, but didn't have time to send it. So this is very popular, little teddies. And I have them different sizes. So I think this is actually German Shepherd hair.
That's incredible.
I have gloves, mittens that from somewhere you can see they're very, very fuzzy and soft. They're soft and they're very warm. So don't care if Angora. And I read many times that Shangora is the warmest type of wool. It's warmer than, I don't know why, it's warmer than any other wool, this type of wool. So this is, and I also, what can I also show you? Little things like this is for the hair clip.
Oh my goodness.
Little brooch. This is a necklace that you can, it's all handmade. I have from my cat. I made a collar that I wear to work.
I feel like that might be in the future when you see red carpet fur necklace. No more pearls, expensive diamonds. We're going to wear our pet's fur as necklaces that Irene made for us. You might have the future.
I think that's a good red card because diamonds, they'd say blood diamonds, and then and then the PETA people don't want you to have pearls because that's so your pet's fur, you're just brushing your pet and loving on them, so there you have it. I think Hollywood needs to take notice of what Irene is doing.
Yeah, there's a future for you.
That's right.
On the red carpet with the pet fur.
That's right.
I mean, if I were working the red carpet, I would be wearing it anyway because I'm always wearing it. So again, a piece of jewelry.
Would look better as a piece of jewelry. Yes.
So are there any types of fur that are harder to work with? Is it a type of breed of dog or types of cat? Or have you found different furs perform differently when you're making these?
Yeah, so interestingly, I never know what I get. When I talk to people, they ask me, what do you need to make a certain item? I just tell them the amount. I usually measure in sandwich size bags. It's fully stuffed. But when I get it, sometimes I'm surprised, sometimes I'm not. But it has to be like the hair has to be not matted. It has to be really fluffy, like in my hand. And usually the undercoat, if you brush your dog, the undercoat will come like this. Will come out with this.
Yes, that looks like Corgi undercoat.
Yeah, very much. It's actually, I think it's Akita. This is a kit undercoat that I got just yesterday. But corgi looks the same. I've done a few corgis and items. I made a clutch for the phone. I made a teddy bear and they were completely different colors. So I never know really. Sometimes even from the same dog you get different colors. But
so you don't use dye at all. It's the native color of.
I think the color is so beautiful that I'm making a pink or blue doesn't make any sense to me. And then you look at it, you can see your dog. I mean, some people might have different opinion, but I don't dye. I just tell myself.
Yeah, I love it. This is such a great idea. So how long is the turnaround? So say I want a masterpiece created and I've just brushed Chuckles and I've got all of his undercoat fur, this big, thick, wispy, ball size of fur, and I send that to you. And does it depend on the type of item? What does that process look like?
Yeah.
What is the turnaround time?
So the biggest one I offer the scarf, gloves, mittens, and hats. It takes maybe 2 weeks. For me, of course, I don't do it continuously. I go to work, I come back, so I only have evenings, but mostly weekends I can accomplish a lot because I have to prepare the hair, I have to make yarn first. It's a big step. But after that, it's easy. I just knit, and it's not a big issue. I knit on the plane, I knit on the train, so it's easy. But to make yarn, I have to be at home, and I cannot even watch a movie because I have to pay attention to what I'm doing.
Our pet fur is gonna hold you under the gun. Well, I wanted to do something relaxing today, but I guess I'm making bears and scarves and mittens.
Yeah, it's very relaxing. It's a very nice pastime.
Oh, that's good. So about 2 weeks. I send you the fur, and then you need about 2 weeks, depending upon what it is. It looks like those little bears. You would need quite a bit of fur for that. That looks like that would take a little bit longer.
Yes, no, it depends again. But small items like these little it's a pin or like this might take just one evening, so it won't take 1 night. So it depends. All items take really. And I've done a lot for Christmas. This is Christmas gifts. I've done. People asked for all kinds of things, so I was happy. Not only I made them, but they were delivered on time because that was my biggest concern with the post service last day before Christmas was. But everyone got it on time, so I was very happy about it.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that. And I'm guessing for the pet parent, or the parent, it's going to depend on the type of pet that they have, how long it takes them to brush that much. I think for the corgi, it'll take us about 20 minutes of brushing, but
At least.
And
Probably more with fluffies.
Probably more fluffies. No, but that's all you need is what I'm saying. You only need like 20 minutes of brushing, but for some other pets, it might take a little bit more brushing.
Like a Great Pyrenees.
And what about the dogs that are supposed to not shed?
Oh, well, you would have to, I would imagine, have you done any of those, Irene?
Whatever can be brushed, whatever hair, even if they don't shed, if you can brush them, I can use it. And same like cats, I can do cats. And about just what you mentioned, I had a customer who was collecting cat hair for 3 years.
Oh my!
He was checking with me if I'm still alive and if I'm still accepting his. But then he got divorced. He found a girlfriend while he was collecting. So I was like, it was
that is a fantastic story.
That is dedication to your cat. That is love and dedication to your cat.
He wanted a big scarf from his cat. That he didn't accept anything less. So he was collecting and collecting. Wasn't enough. So finally he received his scarf. He was very happy.
So that's a pretty long project there.
Yes.
3-year plus long project. That's amazing. So would you call that the biggest, the most work intensive project you've worked on, you think?
Yeah, probably. Yes. Yeah, it was a big project.
Well, that's interesting because I was thinking at one point I fostered. It was a Lhasa Apso. Oh, and they don't have fur; they have hair. It's almost like human hair, and it's very long, and they don't shed, which is wonderful. But I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't think about that because I've had shedding dogs my whole adult life. Right. So I'm used to just living with fur and brushing it out of the way and cleaning it up.
When I start brushing my dog in order to make a pair of, we don't really need mittens here, so maybe just, I don't know, maybe just a little scarf because sometimes it gets a little cold in the winter.
Yeah.
Should it be that I have washed him first, or it doesn't matter? If I wash him, should I use certain shampoos or certain dog or not, or conditioner? What do I do? What do I do?
The best way, you wash your dog first, then you collect, and you put it either in a box or paper bag, because plastic bags, they attract moisture and it ruins the hair if you keep it for months. So you collect every time a little bit, and then when it's ready, you just send it to me, and we discuss what you want, so we know how much to collect. But you don't wash it. Okay. I don't wash it, because washing it, when you wash it, it's very tricky. It can be twisted, it can be matted. So I usually wash the finished items, but they're easily washed. You can wash it as many times as you want, just warm water, mild detergent. But don't let it dry for a long time. It's better to put it in a warm place so it dries as quick as possible. That's what I do, and it works. And people sometimes ask me about the smell, the wet dog smell.
Mm.
So the theory is the clean hair doesn't smell. The oil, dog oil, and dandruff, that's the reason for the hair to smell. Clean hair doesn't smell. So when you wash it, especially a few times, it all goes away, and it's still, you can still smell it, especially if you try to smell it, but the clean items should not really smell. And also different dogs, some dogs smell more, some dogs smell less, so it also, and I can tell when I get the package with hairs, you open, you immediately and some would smell like nice shampoo, and I'm like so happy.
Well, all of mine smell, so.
Yeah, no, but it really, no, it's a part of the dog. And actually, I have about half of my orders come from the parents of the already departed fur babies, and they keep them, and they ask me not to wash. They said just make an item and send it back as is, because we want to really touch and smell our baby. And I absolutely understand it.
Of course.
Yeah, well, I wish I would have known about you when I lost Lilo, my first corgi. I sent him over the bridge early last year. He was 15, so we had 15 beautiful years together. But he was a sable, and he had a gorgeous coat. And I wish I would have saved his fur to do that. So, but telling us about all this, what is your favorite project you've worked on today that you could think of?
Favorite, I like when I get hair of different colors. That's my favorite, because I can play with it. I can make little, on a hat, I can make some something that really the owner looks and they say, oh, I know, it might be from two different dogs, or it might be from the same dog, different places on the dog. So I always feel it's fun to incorporate something that not plain same color. But of course, it's not that everyone can send me different colors.
Gives you a little bit of creative freedom.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, so tell us about your pets. We heard about your kitty. So what pets do you have now? Tell us about your pets. Tell us about their personalities.
That's it for now. I had an Airedale Terrier, but at that time I didn't know how to do that, so I'm left without any keepsake from her. And she was a 13.
Well, how fun. Do you have any follow-up questions or final thoughts, Kat, for Irene here?
What is the best way for someone to, let's say, unfortunately, the pet has passed, or can you gather the fur afterwards? I'll tell you why I'm asking this. So unfortunately, and Candy knows this, over the summer I came home and my beloved little male kitty was passed away unexpectedly. And so can you, do you...
You have his fur?
I don't have his fur.
Oh.
But if somebody finds that, like, you don't think about things. Unfortunately, we don't think about things until it's too late. So can you then brush that little pet? And I know it would probably be hard, or shave that little pet. That might be easier.
You could ask the vet to do it if you happen to be at the clinic, maybe.
Yeah, it is possible. I will not be able, of course, make a scarf or really something big, but little keepsake. I also offer little. It was a suggestion from one of my customers to have a locket where she can just put a lock of her dog hair, and it's visible on both sides. And it's very pretty, and she can wear it, or you can use it as a keychain or on your bag, on your purse, something just to have it, to look at it. But so very little small pieces can be useful, just make a keepsake.
So you work with different size projects. That's great. So I'm going to, here on our banner here, we have, you can be followed on Instagram at Pet Hair to Knitwear. So that is one word, and it is two, like the number 2. So Pet Hair to Knitwear. Irene has the Instagram page. She also has a Facebook page and an Etsy page, which can be searched there from Pet Hair to Knitwear. So please look her up and ask her about projects. We all have a ton of fur if we have corgis and other puppies and kitties that shed a lot. So Irene, thank you so much for educating us. I love this, that you do this, and I'm so glad that I found you. Yeah, we are just tickled to death over here. So maybe we'll flood you with orders and you'll go, uh-oh, why did I do this podcast? Now I can't keep up with all these orders, but we love that you're doing it. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure, always. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Bye. So we hope you enjoyed this podcast, and we look forward to the next episodes. We're going to talk more about traveling with your corgi. We're also going to talk about Corgi Beach Day. We have a lot of fun subjects coming up in store. So I don't know about you, but I'm going to be ordering some stuff from Irene, because I mean, I have so much fur. I love the polar bears.
A lot of fur. Yeah. I love even if you just so every time you get a new pet, when you have your current pets now, I would suggest brushing, putting them in a box, and having holiday ornaments. And I want to say Christmas ornaments. So have some sort of holiday ornaments, or some sort of little hangy ornament that you can have made up from it. And now you've got these little keepsakes of your pet.
Yeah, that's
forever.
I'm glad that she brought that up, because that's a great idea, and I wish I would have done that with Lilo. And now moving forward, I'm going to be sure to do that with all of my others. So
absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us here at Corgi Town USA on the podcast, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.